That was just freaking brilliant. Me wanted to record a video inspired by a question by one of my most engaged viewers, and then it happened like real time. Because the question he posed was, can you talk more into the loneliness or the isolation that happens so often, because I've heard this story before, after you've awakened. And yeah, I can relate to this question on many levels, because it's not only once you've awakened, it's once you realize you're the odd one out. You're not like everybody else. But yeah, here's the funny thing: nobody is like anyone else, except for them being human, and even that is questionable. I mean, I appear as a human, but I'm pretty sure I'm not just a human. I mean, I just wear this meat suit. Developed a personality linked to my name and the way those around me, the loved ones, viewed me or wanted me to be. Because in general, when you're in a relationship with someone, you don't just accept them as they are. No, we are conditioned, that's the way I see it, to try and mold the other one to provide for our needs. And this is how you, even when you're like an infant, even when you're just a baby, you're already being conditioned. Ah, goody, 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 and then you have to laugh. And if you don't laugh, they think there's something wrong with you. And they will try harder. So they tickle you, or they poke you, or whatever. Just as long as you give a reaction that confirms, ah, uh, I'm okay, or I don't know. It's I don't know why parents do these things. I think it's just, it's what they used to. It's what their parents did, and their parents, and their parents. So, um, in line with my soul blueprint, I started to develop a personality. Uh, the Yeah, one way of expressing this is like you have a recipe, you have all the ingredients. So the ingredients are like your genes, yeah, the gene pool. That's a mix of your mother line and your father line, and it doesn't even matter if you actually had a mom or dad, or you know. I know a few kids who uh, yeah, their mom became pregnant through IVF, I think it's called. Stay on topic, dude. So, um, gene pool, it's been said like 50% from your father line, 50% from your mother line. I don't agree with these numbers, but yeah, that's the gene pool. Just your physical appearance, but your physical appearance is also. I mean, if you take the same ingredients and just put them together in a different moment, so the recipe is still pretty much the same, but the moment you take out the cake, if it's a little bit too early, or if it's like a day that you had like a bad temper, you know, then there's your brother or sister. Same recipe, same ingredients, different result. But that's it's only one part of who you are, because the soul blueprint, um, one might say, that's the actual recipe. Yeah. Your mom might be, yeah, the one who serves the dish. Whoa, that's a different way of looking at it. So your mom is the one who serves the dish. Uh, yeah, okay. So your soul blueprint is like, no matter what kind of software you install on your laptop, um, if it's running uh, Windows, Microsoft Windows, then yeah, this is the base operation system. So anything that it's already coded into its operating system, anything you add to it, any knowledge, any experience, it will show up. It will react, it will respond, it will function based on the blueprint. So your personality is also a result of your soul blueprint, or an expression of this soul in this lifetime. That's a way of looking at it. Um, this is the way I look at it right now. It can change any time. I mean, new information. Whoa, okay, different way of expressing it, different way of looking at it. No static truths are being revealed here. No, just dynamic way of looking at things. That's what I do. And then there's the real you. And this is where it usually gets a little vague for a lot of people. Hmm? Let's say you uh, you incarnated. Yeah, there's for now I will focus on two ways of looking at it. So you incarnated as the soul. You are the soul, the infinite soul that's always been around, that is incarnated here many times on this planet, again and again and again and again. Way before your first incarnation, you might have been like an angelic being, or some other being from some other place, some other planet, some other existence, universe, whatever. But yeah, you've been incarnating here all this time, and because of the veil of forgetfulness, you forgot who you truly are. That's one branch. And another branch is that you were here before, maybe during the time of Atlantis, maybe during the time of Lemuria, maybe not too long ago. But you're basically a bit of a newcomer, a bit of a noob. You've been here before, but yeah, back then it was so different that arriving now is feels a bit weird, awkward. How come nobody is like me? How come I feel so different than everybody else? Well, this might be a reason. And then there are those like me, like I express it, like I experience it, like I like to tell my story, is that I came from a different universe. I even came from a higher octave. If you know the law of one, the raw collective channelings, the seven densities, then you get what I'm saying right now. But let's just stick with coming from a totally different universe. And it's my first time here. But to be able to function here, me and my team, we agreed like, okay, let's give him some soul imprints. So some memory of different souls that have been here before. So I was given the soul blueprint of a Native American chief called Sitting Bull. Also the memory of his like second, his adjutant, the one who yeah, I don't know, this is a long story, so I'm not gonna go into that, but during a period when I was looking into this, like I actually believed for a while that I was the reincarnation of Sitting Bull, because as a kid I always loved watching cowboy movies, and of course I always sided with the Indians because they felt like powerful people, uh, unlike these dumbasses with cowboy hats and you know. Here's a few mirror. Here's some things you don't really need, but you like shiny things, and we take your land. We take your life. We take everything and put you in some reserve. Because yeah, we somewhat regretted what we did to your people. Pretty much, almost like made you go extinct. The horrible things we did. I mean, humans, not me. And yeah, later I discovered, okay, so I also have memories of his second. I had dreams. I was watching movie based on the uh, I forgot the name. It was some mount or hill where General Custer completely wiped out like complete, like a total tribe, like all of them. Yeah, I forgot the name, but yeah, that was horrible. And I had dreams about this, about me being the second. I was trying to warn the chief. Wounded knee. Yeah, I was trying to warn my chief, like, listen, don't go there. It's a trap. But yeah, chief, being the honorable one, he said, no, uh, we're gonna sign a peace treaty. And I know the chief was aware of what's gonna happen. But yeah, because he is also a wise man, and also he knew that being the martyr serves a purpose. But yeah, his second didn't. So me as being the second, I tried so hard to stop them, and I went along with it. But I remember I told my wife and kids, stay here. But yeah, I could really sense along the way the danger was gonna happen. So I remember turning back around on my horse, driving back to the village as fast as I could, and get help. And yeah, then with the help, we I found help. Young guys who were not allowed to go, maybe some women who were brave enough to come along, maybe some friendly tribes. I don't know. I found help, and then I went back to the site, and we were already too late. Everybody was like died, killed, shot in cold blood. That was a horrible scene. I remember crying while watching the movie, while remembering the dream, while being in the dream. Like, whoa, it was heavy. And then I realized, okay, so maybe I was the second, maybe I was not the chief himself. And then I met some medium who told me, yeah, you were also, um, what are they called? African tribe, very tall people. Uh, hmm. Yeah, sometimes names and words disappear from my memory. I guess I need space for new new impressions. The Maasai, yes, thank you. There's always someone who knows and then sends it back to me while watching this, or someone there. I don't know. The Maasai. So this medium told me, yeah, you're a Maasai warrior and blah blah blah. And then another medium told me, I see like a clear memory of you living in France, in Brittany, Bretagne. And yeah, he's a monk. And I asked her for his name, and then he says, yeah, um, you can call him Finistère. And of course, I was curious, so I looked up Finistère, and it's actually the region where me and my family used to go on a holiday every fucking year. And then I had many downloads of my whole family living there, and pretty much all of my family now lived there back then. So all these puzzle pieces put together made me realize, so I had many incarnations. This was the idea back then. Until I heard Dolores Cannon talking about uh, imprints, and then it just clicked. So my feeling when I heard about uh, entities, free agents roaming the galaxy, the universe, and incarnate or appear um, on this physical plane to guide or to, bring their light, like me. Um, then it just became clear to me. Okay, so I'm here for the first time. I got these soul imprints, uh, so um, my base operating system would function the way it does and has done for many years, until I realized, okay, it's just a blueprint and there's contracts tied to it. But if I'm actually not the soul, but the consciousness uh, that is expressing itself through the soul blueprint, through the person, through the physical appearance. If you zoom out from, you don't no longer identify with being the person, being the thoughts. Zoom out from your soul being like a soul, infinite, incarnating here again and again. Or maybe you're Christian and you think you are here put by God, and when you die you go to heaven or hell. It's a horrible story in my opinion. It's very black and white. uh, but yeah, if that's what you believe, then okay, fine. um, but yeah, I say you're not your soul. If you zoom out from the soul, then there's the self, there's the pure consciousness. And this pure consciousness, you can imagine it. If you don't have a physical body, if you have no physical appearance, and you're just a consciousness uh, floating around somewhere. But yeah, even the idea of floating around is still, physical. No, you're just being. And that's why time and space don't matter to you. You can be anywhere at any time. Yeah, you just think of it, and there you are. Yeah, what a story. I totally did not plan to talk about this right now, but yeah, here it is. So, yeah, I'm unique, and I have this unique story, but it doesn't make me special or any better or less or different. No, it's just, the story I like to tell, the story I like to live. It's a nice story. But yeah, if you prefer sticking with the loneliness, and yeah, I feel so lonely. I feel so lonely because uh, yeah, the three people that were sitting here. One of them I had eye contact with several times, but every time I kept looking, she looked away, or she didn't really dare to look. I think she's German. I wanted to go over to her and talk with her. The guy I was not interested in, not at all. No. Uh, and there was another girl, very attractive. Sitting later, she moved when she finished her breakfast. She moved inside and she was listening to something, and then later on she was calling. I also think she's German, from what I've heard. Yeah. And I also felt like, whoa, maybe I should walk up to her and explain what I'm videoing about, and maybe do an interview. And but yeah, this person, this person sometimes thinks he is shy. Um, then another version of this person, because I'm not just one person, personality, sometimes feels like, am I too much? It's a nice next video. Yeah, for sure. Um, and then, yeah, why bother? And so many different stories. The fact is, I didn't engage. I, I did not connect because I was doing my thing here. Yeah, didn't feel like it. If it did, I would have maybe. All right, another great video. I hope you liked it. I did. See ya.